Wonder Woman dominated the box office last weekend and was packed with so many moments that would thrill any DC diehard fan. We're here to reveal some of the Easter eggs that caught our eye in Wonder Woman's solo movie debut. The movie opens with Diana getting a delivery at the Louvre, and we can tell right away who sent it thanks to the Wayne Enterprises logos that we can see on the guard's sleeves and the side of the truck. Now, Wonder Woman is largely a standalone story, but it's really nice to see this movie tie into the greater DCEU. Hippolyta's story about the origin of the Amazons is reminiscent of the iconic Wonder Woman reboot from 1987. Ares' look is similar to the George Perez design, right down to the blue tint of his armor. Plus, the Amazons rising out of the ocean and Hippolyta leading the revolt against man are both ideas seen in issue number 1. Next, we noticed a possible Easter egg on the soundtrack. When Steve Trevor crashes his plane, he looks up and he sees a glowing silhouette of Diana standing on the wing that just broke off. The music playing underneath is called Angel on the Wing. And in Sensation Comics number 1, Steve Trevor wakes up on the invisible plane and calls Diana an angel, which is a nickname that he calls her throughout all of the Golden Age. When Steve reveals his mission to the Amazons, we see Dr. Poison working on a secret chemical. Her costume evokes her original design from 1942 Sensation Comics number 2. And the idea of a poison that permeates gas masks first appeared in Diana and Steve's adventure in issue number 1. Back on Themyscira, Steve asks Diana, "How do you know English?" And she reveals that they know hundreds of languages. And according to 1941's All-Star Comics number 8, the Amazons are fluent in every ancient and modern language in the comics. When Wonder Woman arrives in London, she buys civilian clothes and then she assumes the secret identity of Diana Prince. And it's not long before she's deflecting bullets in an alleyway. And if you're familiar with the comics, you'll remember that Diana gets the name Prince and her glasses from a nurse. Plus, she showed off her bulletproof gauntlets in Man's World, all in Sensation Comics number 1. When Diana meets Steve's friends, she gets right into the thick of a pub brawl and grabs a thug by the wrist right before she tosses him across the bar. Now, she pulls a similar move in her solo debut in Sensation Comics number 1. Next up, the scene where Diana tries ice cream for the very first time was adorable. And we remember that same moment from 2012's Justice League number 3 by Geoff Johns. In both instances, Diana tells the vendor he should be very proud. Later, Steve jokingly calls Themyscira Paradise Island in a private moment between Diana and him, which is a nod to the island's original name. Now, Diana's home was renamed Themyscira in the comics in 1987's Wonder Woman number 1. And finally, near the end of the movie, Ares materializes in the windows of the Watchtower right before the final battle with Diana. Now, this moment reminds us of Geoff Johns' Teen Titans run starting in 2003, where Ares appears to Wonder Girl in the reflections of mirrors. Now, those were some of the Easter eggs that we noticed, and if you missed any of them, we have a solution. Just go out and see the movie for a second time, but just be honest with yourself, you were going to do that anyway, right? Because it's wonderful, right? It is. See you tomorrow, Super Friends.